Is my baby lactose intolerant? Probably not. Lactose is the number one sugar or carbohydrate in your breast milk. It actually makes up about 7% of the composition of your milk, which means there's about 7 grams in 100 milliliters of your breast milk. It is supposed to be there. No lactose equals no digestion, which means you're going to have a bloaty, gassy baby. So why is lactose the number one sugar in breast milk? Well, all human babies and all mammals for that matter are born with an enzyme called lactase that helps them break down lactose. That lactase is supposed to be there until they wean, sometime between 2 and 5 years old. So globally, every human baby is supposed to have an enzyme to help them break down lactose. True lactose intolerance is extremely rare, literally 1 in a million. So I'm not concerned that your baby is having a lactose intolerance. That lactose is supposed to be there. It is the main energy source in your breast milk, and babies have an enzyme that's supposed to help break it down. So why does it look like your baby's having an intolerance to your milk? Well, it could be a number of different factors. Sometimes if you have a gassy baby with foamy, frothy green poops or lots of fussiness, you could have something like lactose overload. So this would be where baby's getting a lot of that higher water content milk that happens at the beginning of the feeding. I don't see this very often, but it can happen with people who have a very massive oversupply or are going really long between feedings. They're trying to schedule feedings, they're doing more of an eat, play, sleep model, and there's just so much milk in that breast that they get more of the higher water content on the front. That can be lactose overload. Lots of strategies that we can do for that. It could also, instead of lactose intolerance, it could be from gut inflammation, which can be from illness, food allergies like a cow milk protein intolerance, or gut immaturity, which can temporarily reduce lactase production. I see this in babies with allergies and sensitivities. It's not the lactose they're sensitive to, it's the protein, okay? So the protein and not the sugar. And misdiagnosis. Lots of babies can be colicky or have reflux symptoms and get labeled as lactose intolerant when it's actually not the root cause. So lactose is the number one sugar in breast milk. It is supposed to be there. Babies are born with plenty of lactase enzyme to be able to break that down. And if you're using formula and your baby's having issues with digestion and it has lactose as the sugar source, you actually really need to be changing your formula based on the protein and not the sugar source. Now you know.